Hi everyone, let's go over my highest probability Elliott wave scenarios on the 1 hour, 4 hour daily and the weekly time frame. Starting on the 1 hour time frame where the probabilities are highest for a sideways WXY and then a continuation towards the upside. Now, corrective structures can be a pain in the ass for many people, but it is actually quite simply to get to this conclusion. If we look at the different corrective structures that we have in Elliott waves, then for a flat, you would need to reach at least the 0.9 with your retracement, which we didn't, so that is not valid. For a triangle in a wave A, B, C, D, E, your wave C is not allowed to go below your wave A, so that is not valid. If we were looking for a zigzag, then we wanted to see an ABC and a move up. That didn't happen. Now we do have a double or triple zigzag in a WXY or even another XZ. However, your wave X hit the 0.7 Fibonacci taken from the start to the end of your W, and that significantly lowers the probabilities for a double or triple zigzag. It's not an invalidation, but it does impact the probabilities negatively, which then leaves us with the sideways WXY, which I have on my chart. Now in this case, we then have a zigzag in a wave W, and because wave W is a zigzag, your wave Y is not allowed to be a zigzag as well. Your wave Y can be a flat structure or a triangle structure, but in general, your main area of support for your wave Y is this white box, 56.7K to 53.5K. Inside this area, we have some additional support, the blue box here, 54.6K to 55.3K. Now, keeping this in mind, if we go to the 4 hour time frame, the probabilities are highest, right, because of the 1 hour, to still look for a move to the upside. And on the 4 hour time frame, this then translates into a bigger WXY. And the main reason for this is the start. This move towards the upside counts best as a three-wave structure in an ABC, where your wave C hit the most common target area for a wave C, which is the 1-to-1 trend-based fib extension taken from the start to the end of A to the end of wave B. But because of the corrective nature of this move down, we are then looking for a wave X and a wave Y. A minimum target for a wave X, or really any structure, would be the 0.382 retracement taken from the low to the high of this move. We didn't hit it here. We didn't hit it here, but finally we did. So that is good to see. 57.5 to 50.6K is your common target for X, but your most common retracement target in general is the 05 to the 786, 55.9 to 51.9K, which of course also then includes the blue target box that I mentioned earlier. Now, your target for your wave Y is minimum the 0.618 trend-based fib extension, taken from the start to the end of W to the current low that we have for our wave X, giving you a target at 64.6K. The moment X is going to make a lower low, this target is going to move towards the downside as well. Now, keeping this in mind again, let's move to the daily time frame, because as the probabilities are higher, we are looking for a corrective structure here in a WX and then a wave Y. It automatically means that on a daily time frame, the probabilities at the moment are higher to still take out the low at 49K. In this case, we are then looking for a bigger sideways WXY. It's almost a WXY video, but what we're looking for here is then a final zigzag in your wave Y. Now, the target for your wave Y over here is pretty much then the target of your wave C, 535. That is what you're then going to be looking for, and preferably your wave B goes up a little further, just to make sure your target area for your wave C, most commonly the 1 to the 1.236, is a little bit higher as well, because with the current high that we have at about 63K here, your most common target is 41.8K to 36.8K, and we don't want to go below 38.5K because of the weekly time frame coming up next. So preferably we move towards the upside to 65, 66, 67K to make sure that this target area is aligned with around 45K, because we do have some additional support here, the blue box, 44.3K to 45.2K. And if we then go to that weekly time frame, then you can see we are looking for an impulse to the upside. A wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is your conservative bullish scenario. Your most bullish is a double 1, 2, but it doesn't make sense to talk about it compared to a normal conservative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment. Once we then take all-time high, we'll take it from there. Your most common target for your wave 4 is the 0.236 to the 0.5 Fibonacci, taken from the start to the end of your wave 3, 57.1, 42.8, invalidation 37.7k. That is the reason why we don't really want to move below this low over here at 38.5k, because we're pretty much at invalidation. Now, what is common for a wave 4 is for a wave 4 to be longer in time compared to a wave 2. And if we look at this low over here, then you can see it has been made just before the 1-to-1 fib time, taken from the start to the end of your wave 2 to the end of your wave 3, comparing wave 2 with wave 4 in time. But as mentioned, commonly wave 4 is longer. It's not a must, it's not a rule, it's more like a guideline. The 1-to-1 set on the 12th of August. Now, of course, we are the 16th of August, so it would be no problem for this wave 4 to make another low on the chart, or to at least continue this range over here sideways to end a corrective structure at a later stage before moving up in your wave 5, where currently the most common target for your wave 5 is between 81k and 129k. So if you then finally look at the probabilities of the different scenarios, well, on the 1 hour, the probabilities at the moment are highest for the WXY corrective structure to the downside, looking for signs of strength and signs of support. On the 4-hour time frame, the probabilities are also higher for a WXY here to the upside. On the daily, looking for a sideways WXY in a bigger wave 4 on the weekly time frame. I hope that this video was helpful or valuable to you. Please check out the brand new complete Elliott Waves Guide playlist I've made that shows you all you need to know about Elliott Waves. Thanks for watching and subscribing, and I'd like to see you at the next one. Bye bye.